Hello, you huggable lollipop. I am Joseph the Huggus, and this is movie review in quotation marks. So, I am doing Ready to Rumble, Gordy Boggs, and Sean Diggs Dawkins are best friends who operate a sewage tank truck, and the idolized pro wrestler Jimmy King. After DDP dethrones their hero, Gordy and Sean embark on a mission to help King get his title back. While they finally track him down, however, they discover King is not too keen on recapturing his former glory. Can the boys find a way to motivate the faded champ? It was released April 5th, 2000, so it's the 20-year anniversary. By the way, the game is WCW Mayhem. Box office 12 million, budgeted 24 million. This movie's awful. So, my how many times I lost interest was 13, and that's because I got sick of running down marks. It could be highest to 20. I stopped paying attention at the end. I could care less at the end. My least favorite scene, there's a lot of bad scenes. Like any of the scenes involving the shit or like Astro, like the low end humor scenes are awful. I did not enjoy them. There's like one scene when in the whole movie that I like. This is my most favorite scene is when DDP's handcuffed to the rear post and Sean goes a diamond upside down as a pussy. That scene always gets me to laugh. That's the only scene in the whole movie that I like. So, actor one is David Arquette. Dan Aykroyd is the Ghostbuster. David Arquette. And he was... I love him in Scream. I hate him in this movie. Everything about him is annoying. The guy who plays Shane, everything about him is annoying. Jimmy King is annoying. All three actors are annoying. The only highlight to this movie is the wrestling parts. So, David Arquette, what was his name in the movie? Sean? No, whatever. And Arquette's best friend gets searched by his dad, who's a cop, and he grabs his nuts and then proceeds to call wrestling fake. This is already an awful movie. It's made by people like wrestling. People who make wrestling are making this movie. WCW is involved in this movie. And they're openly calling it fake. It's like your product. Don't degrade your own product. Glenn's father, the cop, just told him he can't even take his penis out to take a leak, and yet he wants him to be a cop. Glenn makes the point of it's not that he doesn't know how to take his penis out, that he just doesn't want to at times. Once again, he wants him to be a state trooper. They're so stupid. Alright. Brittany's not wearing... excuse me. Brittany's not wearing any gloves to handle the food. We just saw the girl before wear gloves to handle the food, so there's obviously a policy to wear gloves when you're handling food. She's not wearing any gloves to handle the food. It's a small detail, but it annoyed me. DDP. He was good in this movie. Glenn walks through the door to see his entire family holding guns at him. What kind of fucked up shit is this? Like, shit. Who points... They're all loaded. Later we see his father shoot the refrigerator, so, like, these are cops. Oh. I have a great respect for Eric Bischoff, but taking the mask of Rey Mysterio and Psychosis and all the other luchadors was a mistake. You see them the first match wrestling. And the Monday Night Nitro set for 2000 was sucked ass. Alright. They would have never given the finish to DDP that late. He probably would have already had that match all scripted. So the legend says. Is Jimmy the King supposed to be like Jerry the Lawler? Is that why a pile driver is in his moveset, even though we never see it? He's mentioned it in the finish earlier. Why is the King's finishing move called the Crown? I mean, he's the King. He wouldn't be giving his crown to other people. It should be called the Execution. Like, never does... Kings don't willingly give their crowns to other people. There were so many different better names for that. Why do they keep referring to it as the WCW? The WC. It's like he's banned from the WC. Just call he's banned from WCW. Saying the like people who say the like the U or the University of Ohio State or anything the so stupid. These are the two most stupidest people in the world. It's one of my notes, nothing to elaborate on. Why did Jimmy King waste a beer on waking up two idiots? I don't even drink, and I think that's a waste of a beer. I mean, don't pour it on someone else. Drink the damn thing. It's a fucking beer. Those things are expensive. Or, well, those things aren't expensive. But those things are worth money. Don't piss away money. I wonder why he's living in a trailer. He pisses away all his money like that. A legit good part of the movie is the Nitro Girls. The Nitro Girls are amazing in this movie. One of Bischoff's best and brightest ideas.
Looks like they're sizing each other up.
What a fucking idiot. Who brings bananas to a date? Like, there are other options. Like, if he said the flower store is closed, but you can still like go and get some chocolate or something. Bananas. By the way, Canyon was a part of the choreography for this movie, I think. I'm pretty sure I heard Mr. Bischoff say that once, and the wrestling choreography is pretty good. Especially the part when all four of the wrestlers jump off the turnbuckle into the middle of the ring. That was pretty cool. That's the only time I've ever seen that. Goldberg's acting is more interesting than the actual actors in this so-called movie. Like, I believe Goldberg's performance more than I did anyone else's. The triple cage is such a WCW idea. Like, it's such a bad idea. Only WCW would have it. And DDP falls from the top of the cage all the way to the bottom. He's dead. There's no way he survived that. He's got to be dead there. And my last note, at this point I was starting to do other things. Like I started cleaning and stuff. At this point in the movie. How is the kid watching a pay-per-view on a mini TV in this era? Like, I lived in that time period. I've never known anyone to have a mini TV that can pick up pay-per-view. You need cable for that. Like, I don't get it.
Oh my goodness!
I don't get it in the slightest. Alright, so those were my notes. It's a bad movie. Alright, 1 out of 10. How would I rate it? It's a 2 out of 5 recommendation. It's a 1. It's a very, very bad movie. Alright, that's all I have to say about it. I'm not putting as much thought into this one as I do with my other ones. So I'm just going to let the rest of the gameplay footage play out. I recorded it, so might as well. Peace. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mean Gene Okerlund. Welcome to tonight's worldwide television presentation of Monday Nitro. It is scheduled for one fall. There will be no time limit. Now approaching the ring, a man who relies on action, not words. He is the master of the jackhammer, Goldberg.
This man is a great example of the tremendous talent that WCW features each and every night.
The fans were so excited that I started sewing locks of Gene Okerlund's hair. You couldn't believe how excited they were. Of course, I only sold 2.
His opponent for tonight, the People's Champion, the undisputed master of the Diamond Cutter, Diamond Dallas Page.
This man is ready to go to work, Tony. And his job tonight is to take out his opponent one way or the other.
This has got to be one of the more despicable men in WCW. Just his presence causes the crowd to go into a frenzy. And this capacity crowd roars its approval as we start the next match.
You know, I'm not a real big fan of either of these ham and eggers. But once the bell sounds, they are professionals. They'll give it their all tonight.
Goldberg pulls off a great move. Elbow. Wow! DDP is looking like he's about ready to go down. Wow! Oh my, did you see that move? Sure, that move worked, but his opponent is bound to figure it out sooner or later. Great move. Jackhammer! An unbelievable display of wrestling by Goldberg! One, he only got a 1 count.
When I wanted to earn a pin, I would always gouge the eyes first in order to assure that he'd stay down. And it worked.
You know, I can't believe that a WCW caliber wrestler would keep using that same move again and again. Wow, these men are laying it all on the line tonight. Page really took that one. Oh, my!
Now that's a good way to get a man's attention.
Power bomb!
This man is on fire. And we can see the guy who is going to get burned right now. His opponent's like one of those crash dummies. You can slam him around all day, but he keeps coming back for more.
This is just plain unfair.
This guy needs to figure out that there are better ways to hurt a guy than hitting his fist with his face.
Goldberg has him down for the pin. 1, that's all he got.
This guy could be a world champion. He only could pin people when he covers them.
This is when you say you got to put the boots to him. It's best to beat up a guy when he's already out, isn't that right?
I have found that to be the rule of thumb, and when a man's unconscious, put the atomic hands to him. What to him? Cheap shoes.
Too much strutting, not enough wrestling.
You know, I like to taunt a guy with a lead pipe. Well, that's after I've hit him and handcuffed him. Smell what's cooking? That's his blood boiling. He's in control now.
I'd have to say that he's been stunned by what's gone on so far. Goodness! He looks like he's in a lot of pain. I think he's hurt. My goodness! What a spectacular move! Hip toss! Jackhammer! That was one spectacular move! 3! There it is! It's all over! It's all over!
The winner by pinfall,